They call it the city that never sleeps. The city of dreams. The Big Apple. The crossroads of the world. It's said that if you can make it there, you could make it anywhere. So they come, from across the globe with bags full of hopes and dreams, and the city welcomes them. But dreams are rarely what they are believed to be, for while the city may never sleep, still, night falls. And it is in the night that the children of Cain wake and play out the masquerade in my city. Beware, children, lest ye fall.
Exactly. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Happy Saturday, all of you. I am Simon at Wandering DM. Welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade campaign called NightFall. I'll be playing Sid Zimmerman, the gangrel detective and one half of the Vamp Dads. But before we delve into the game, let's just shout out to our sponsors, because we have some new ones. The first one is, as always, Mage and Press, makers of fine D&D 5th edition supplements. Check them out at store.mageandpress.com. Get your Dark Matter handbook if you haven't already. If you like D&D in space, it's basically the D&D version of Starfinder. Check them out. Use code WanderingDM for 15% off. Our second sponsor is, which I'm drinking again, I think this morning I took Meta Magic. Purveyors of fine coffee, Found Familiar. If you like good tasting coffee and you like to encourage small businesses, check out Found Familiar at foundfamiliar.com. Use WanderingDM as a code to get 10% off your purchase of coffee, and if you order for $50 or more, you get free shipping in the continental United States. Last but not least is our partnership with with Level Up Dice. Level Up Dice are dice makers. They make some very, very gorgeous dice made out of semi-precious stones, of rare stones or gemstones. Check them out. Use the link down below to go on their website, or use the link in chat right now. And every click, even if you don't buy anything, every click helps us get higher level in our Diceomancy program, which will in turn grant us rewards that we'll give away to all of you fine folks at home. Without further ado, let's go around the table, introduce ourselves. We have a new guest today. Can't wait to see who she's playing. But first, let's start with our regular and the other half of the Vemdad. Scott, hi, how are you?
I am very well, thank you. I will be playing Alexander Erickson today, your resident Ventru, and looking forward to jumping back into all the wonderful drama that New York City brings to us.
And up next is who's the oldest amongst our children? Who's the oldest kid?
Herschel is actually.
Yeah, I think Herschel's technically older than Auden.
Oh, so the oldest of the Vamp childs. The Vamp children's. Quentin. Hi.
Yes. In real life, I am Quentin. Today I'm going to be playing Herschel Akers. And, he's just a lonely vampire looking for love in all the wrong places. And he's completely adorable.
All the wrong places. And last amongst our regulars is our art daughter, Auden. How are you? Auden. Jesus. Alyssa, how are you?
Yeah, I am Alyssa, but I am playing Auden St. James, the apparently younger child. That kind of explains a lot about her because, her being the younger one between the two vamp children makes so much sense, especially because from her human family, she was the middle child. So, she was just racking up them good child karmas, as it were.
And before we introduce our storyteller, let's check in with our guest for today.
Yeah. I'm Adelaide. I'm so excited. This is my first time playing vampire ever. I've been dying, no pun intended, to play this system. And I finally get the chance to. And I am playing Queenie Kovacs, who is a Ravnos. And you'll just have to find out the rest of the details in the story.
Oh, well. Just your clan is saying enough. And to wrangle us all over New York City and burn us with flamethrowers is our storyteller. Hi, Deirdre. How are you? And please take us away.
The flamethrowers weren't my fault. You failed. They were just, you knew they were there. It's a thing. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to New York City and the nightlife that is Vampire NightFall. There have been some interesting developments of late. The vamp dads decided to make an offering to the prince of the, whatever remains of Yaphet Kodo. Got into her good graces and the assurance that Sid was allowed to hunt down his sire, one Eckhard Stein. They began that search at the Tremere Chantry, which had been raided and mostly emptied by the Justicar, but Sid did some poking around and managed to find a few things before he tripped the security system on his way out and ended up with some slight burn damage. He might want to get that addressed. But they were in a hurry to get home because Auden had sent a text to Alexander that there were some creepy guys stalking her and Herschel when they attended the San Gennaro festival. And Alexander was rightly concerned that 6 guys in tack suits might be a slight problem for, 2 vampire neonates by themselves. So we're going to pick up right when Alexander and Sid get home to the, wonderful brownstone in Houston Square. But now it's, what is your plot? What is your story to tell?
Are we a night after?
Same night. You just got home.
Okay.
You look burned as fuck.
Yep. Hurts like a bitch. Which I need to get the book out to remember.
You need to
Healing.
spend 5
Oh
blood
yeah, I'm
points
gonna need to. Ah, shit.
because you have aggravated damage from fire. You're probably gonna want to have dinner.
I think the first thing Sid does when he gets home is raid the fridge. I don't know how much blood there's in the fridge, but I am raiding it.
What if it's vegan blood?
Right now, I don't give a shit.
Also, Auden doesn't give a shit anymore either, so there's probably a few other options.
You said 5 blood points, right?
Right? It's 3 blood points per point of damage. We did the math last time.
Yeah. All right. So I'll burn 5 right away to at least not be hurt anymore. Which brings me down to 5 blood points. And let me know how much I can get from the blood bags in the fridge.
We said that each one is 1.
Yeah, but I mean,
So,
I'm not going
how
to
many-
say like there's 15 bags and just get back up to full.
Then I'm gonna just do that. There are 18
Sure.
blood bags in there.
I empty the fridge. I need 9 to get back to full. And then burn another 5. So you see Sid just ripping open the blood bags, even if they're cold, and just like pouring blood slurries down his throat and throwing the bags out. And mutter in between gulps. Fucking Tremere.
This is the same day or the morning after?
No, it's the same night.
Same night.
Same night.
Well, I mean, you think we would have learned from the CPA office?
I should have. I should have known. And there was nothing.
You got her day planners.
Oh yeah, that's true. Got the day planners. I got her day planner.
Are you going to drink everything in the fridge?
I'm gonna drink 14 out of the 18. We'll have to make a trip to the hospital.
I will have Elizabeth gather what we need and bring to the house. And I will text Elizabeth to let her know that we need a blood run.
Of course, sir.
Have Herschel and I made it home yet? At this
Oh, you
point?
know, you are home. You and
Oh,
Herschel
yeah.
texted Alexander from home saying, hi, there were creepy guys stalking us.
That's true.
And I will go check in with Auden. So I will venture up to Auden's room.
Oh, you won't have to go far because I was going to go downstairs to get a snack, but apparently this is the place to be.
You better go now because there's not going to be much left.
Well, why? Where? I just got like a lot of fresh bags.
If there's something in there that you wanted to eat, you should probably go get it now.
Oh, my Italian leftovers.
I'm just letting you know Sid's having a bit of an issue.
Nom 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 nom.
Ugh, Sid. All right, well, this night has gotten even worse. I didn't think it was possible, but it has.
And
That's great.
your text about the strange men that were tailing you and
Yeah,
Herschel?
so she's gonna kind of like pause for a second. I meant to get a picture on my phone, but I didn't because I kind of focused on running away. But they were like 6 guys and like they looked like something out of like a SWAT movie. It was real weird. And all I know is that one second Herschel and I were having a great old time, and the next minute he disappeared. And
you weren't followed back here?
I mean, as far as I know, we weren't. Honestly, I'm not totally sure if Herschel's home.
Okay, well, I will have to make sure Herschel's checking the camera feeds around the brownstone. I guess I should go to the basement.
Yeah, I think
let
I'll
you-
go with you and see if he's home.
Very well. We'll head to the basement and see Herschel.
Yeah. Hello, who's coming down?
Oh, thank God you're home. You thought I'd be able to tell by the smell, but I think I'm just totally nose blind. What happened?
So,
You
we're
look like shit. Like more than normal like shit.
Well, so we're having a super fun time at the festival. Like, we're getting ready to go on the Ferris wheel. And then I was pulled off to the side by like 6 men in tactical suits, like the ones that the mini vampire murdered. You guys remember those guys?
Yes.
Yes.
But
Yes.
maybe not like that. And then they threw me to the ground and they were gonna beat me up. And then I was just so quick, I just got away.
You sure you got away and no one followed you?
I'm fairly certain. To be honest, I wasn't checking.
Are the cameras working around the house?
Yeah, I think so. We should really invest in a door, but
Well, you've seen how well those work out, especially around here.
Auden and I
should.
took separate paths home. I was able to initially get away.
How did you get home?
Deirdre, refresh my memory. Did I run through the sewers, or did I take a bus?
You ran to the Spring Street subway station and then took the tunnels back.
Oh, yeah, I ran to the station. I ran through the tunnels back.
Okay.
Okay. Just keep an eye out on things and make sure no one is camping out the brownstone. Did they say anything to you?
They didn't say anything. I couldn't see any identifying sigils or markings. No faces. What kind of weapons did they have, Deirdre? Were they like guns?
You didn't see any guns drawn, but you knew that they had at least 2 batons or something like that, because they pummeled you in the
hit
back.
me with one. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if they were. I'm assuming they weren't vampires. They didn't use any sweet vampire powers on me, but
I mean, they're not Camarilla as far as I can tell. I mean, it doesn't sound like that. And I'm sure the queen didn't send them after us for trying to be in her good graces.
but we were at like a religious festival, so it could have been something with the church.
That's more of what I'm afraid of. I need to go talk to Sid.
Hopefully he still has at least one blood bag up there.
I told you, if you want whatever it is you put in that fridge, you better go get it now.
It's fine. I can just go out, I guess. I didn't want to. It's fine.
Well, let me know if you find anything or if anything crops up.
Yeah. Well, how are you, Alexander? Everything all right?
I'm fine, as far as I know.
All right, just checking in. You know, we don't talk a lot. You know.
This is very true. Usually I talk. It's usually you that doesn't really listen.
Wait, what you say? Oh yeah, I get
Exactly.
it. Well, have a good one. Wait, why is Sid burned?
Just Tremere things.
I thought we were done with them.
Oh,
Ooh, did he go to the chantry?
yes. We did pay a visit to what was left of the chantry.
If you'll excuse me one moment, and I'll skip up the stairs.
And
Sid, did you find anything with my name on it?
No.
Oh. Well, are you okay?
Little burn. Otherwise, I'm fine.
Well, I'm glad that's good.
Yeah.
Did you find anything about your sire?
I got this day planner. And I point to the table where the day planner is.
Yeah, I'll pick it up and open it. Do I see any mention of anything important?
Flipping through it, you do see that most of the meetings and stuff, like the scheduling and stuff, that looks to be written in some sort of shorthand, probably, known to her, and it's definitely not in English. There is, of course, the address and contacts all on the back of the day planner. It's a very nice leather one, so it's got the zipper closed and the leather, and it's even got the replaceable, little plastic insert that you can push into the rings that has "this is today," so you flip right to today, and it's very nice and organized. There's lots of little notes and post-its and little sketch drawings of different some that look like very obvious suits that she's working on designing, a couple things that look slightly more esoteric and possibly occult-ish, little random renderings. There are a bunch of contexts in the back, and they're all organized by not name, but by nouns in mostly Italian.
Ah, she uses the Auden St. James contact system, I see.
Less insults, but yes. Or at least
less in English.
How long has she been dead? So how far ahead does the planning go? As far as meetings?
The meetings, it looks like there are meetings scheduled up through the end of the year, but not as well. Some of that looks like this is meetings for New York Fashion Week, so this is set in stone, and or things like that were going to happen. Or these are meetings with models. These were, business meetings. Looks like she had stacked up for the rest of the year. There are a couple meetings that are listed in there that you don't have names for, that are just nouns and other shorthands. There are other notations that are kind of closer. It doesn't seem to be a lot of added notes after, and the today marker hasn't moved from Labor Day weekend.
Well, I can't exactly read this, Sid, but are you sure that Franny has a good connection with your sire?
You mind if I take a look at that?
Yeah, I'll hand him the book.
And I'll flip through, since... Is everything in Italian?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'll flip through the contacts and see if there's anything that sticks out towards Eckerd or anything along those lines.
Roll me. Ooh, what is it? It's intelligence investigation, wits investigation. Your choice.
Hmm.
3 successes. You flip through and you can translate it because it's in Italian and you know what it is. But you notice that a lot of these things are very much in the Auden vein of context, various shorthand nicknames or noun placements for things. You do come across one labeled puppy and one labeled good dog.
Well, Sid, it appears Franny kept a... Well, there are these 2 contacts. One says puppy, and the other one says good dog. So which one would you equate to Stein?
Probably the good dog one.
Well, let's see. I guess we can. And is there an address tied to this?
It's just a phone number.
Just the phone number.
None of these look to have like addresses per se. Most of these contacts are just pure phone numbers. The only ones that have addresses you're pretty sure are business related because they're all like is very much,
Probably.
you know, you can just tell by the way the address is written that
Textiles,
it's, you know,
things of that nature. Okay.
Um,
I'll circle the one we want, and I'll throw the address book back to Herschel. Do you
everyone?
mind looking where that number
everyone?
is? Oh, yes.
Sorry, we froze.
Oh no!
you froze.
No, well, the entire stream
no!
froze
The whole stream froze
because I
Oh, no.
froze.
That-
So I'll get to the break screen for a moment, if I can. And we're back.
So it didn't mess the audio, it just messed the video.
Yeah, the audio was fine.
Okay.
It's just Zoom froze for me, so of course it froze for everyone.
Yep.
Fine.
So yeah. So you found the phone number, one labeled good dog, one labeled puppy, and you
Yes. I will circle the good dog one and throw the address book back to Herschel. Could you check on this number and see if you can ping it? See where it is. Don't call it. We don't want to let him know we're on to him yet.
I will be right back. And I'll run down my computer and try to ping the number.
He's such a good puppy.
you would notice that the puppy number isn't Herschel's cell phone.
Interesting. Is it Sid's?
No.
She was
It would have
cheating on
made
me.
things very easy.
Would
No,
make
there
it
is
awkward.
there is you did find, because you looked through it, you did find that Herschel's number is in her contacts.
Oh, what was he listed under? What do I want to know? These are questions I may or may not want the answers to.
Do you want the answer to this question?
For Herschel, certainly.
Literally my treasure.
That was worth it.
Mm-hmm. So, Herschel, you run back downstairs leaving the vamp dads upstairs, you're going to try and ping Eckhard's phone, or what you think is Eckhard's phone, this particular phone number. You can go ahead and roll me that computer intelligence computers.
Difficult?
6. Ooh. You forgot to lower it.
I thought it was difficulty 6.
Yeah, but you have your specialization, which lowers your DC.
4. Okay, yeah.
So
what's it make it?
Well, it would have made it 5 successes.
What you got anyway?
Well, it would have been 6, but it's fine. We'll go with 6. Yeah, it's easy. It's a easily tracked cell phone. You actually see that it's pretty stationary. There's an apartment building, or the address that you can find is outside, on the upper east side near Queensboro Bridge. If you're looking at a map of Manhattan, up here in the 50s, like 57th and 1st.
I'll take the information you got back upstairs. Upper East Side, Queensboro Bridge, appears to be coming from some apartments.
Sid, do you feel like a field trip?
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like-
good.
It's like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Keep tabs on the number. We'll have to find him in tomorrow evening.
So how do we go?
I think it's almost morning. I think we need to.
Shit.
You do need your beauty sleep, Sid.
Yeah, sure. Tomorrow it is then.
So you retire for the day then?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is non-threatening. You rest, you recover. Sid overcomes the massive amounts of pain that he's in to get some rest. The rest of the dead doesn't really come back to, doesn't really have any problems getting to sleep even if you're in pain, because the dead just pass out. But again, Sid, you awaken early to the sounds of revelry coming from nearby. A lot of people out in the streets. It's the end of summer, that kind of still warm, but night has fallen. It's relatively early. Sunset will be another 40 minutes.
I'll wait for everyone to be up. Yeah.
I'll check the number again. Has it moved at all?
Doesn't seem to.
Okay. Because if it was a human number, they probably would ran out during the day. So it tells us something at least.
Mm-hmm. Auden, what are you doing as you awaken for this night?
Checking all of Sid's profiles, or Herschel's profiles.
Yeah, as has been routine. No, she's actually having a moment of not being online and just sort of waking up, kind of wondering if, I don't know, there's something itching at the back of her head about this whole being followed by those creepy dudes. Because, woman in a big city, creepy dudes are kind of, you get used to them following you, but something about this is just like, she's just sort of very curious what is happening.
Mhm.
Something feels very wrong.
You are trying to come to terms with that. Alexander, what are you doing as you awaken this night?
Collecting himself, getting ready to. I suppose we're going to go confront Eckerd, so just getting himself together and getting. I'd like to get some blood in him.
There are, you would notice, a cooler outside your office door, and then there is, with a note posted on it, that there are more in the fridge, that the fridge has been restocked as well.
Yes, so Elizabeth knows to deliver my supply and then restock everyone else's supply.
Exactly. Your cooler is separate, the fridge is restocked. That has been done. It's early, maybe 20 minutes after sundown, maybe 30. Sid, there is a very firm, slightly rushed knocking on your front door.
Oh shit, look at that. Someone who doesn't know that the door's always fucking open.
Wait, what's that sound?
It's,
Hey y'all, I think I hear a woodpecker outside, which is weird because it's nighttime. It's nighttime, so there shouldn't be I think there's a woodpecker at the door.
I'll go open the door.
Hey, Adelaide, who does he see standing on the front door?
Oh shit.
You see a very small woman, very, very dark, hugely curly hair, kind of windswept. She looks surprisingly more human than normal. Leather jacket, smear of lipstick, kind of a crazed look in her eye. She is out of breath as she's been running, but somehow she has still managed to hold on to a half-smoked cigarette that is still lit in her hands. Did I get the right place?
I don't know. Who are you looking for?
Herschel, Sid.
That'd be us.
Okay. I like to push past him and walk in.
Can I know who you are?
Oh, she didn't tell you? Maya and Eva sent me. I'm Queenie. She said you owed her a favor. Surprise! It's me!
Favor from who?
Do you mind if I smoke? And she keeps smoking anyway.
I am.
Alexander's gonna be pissed.
No shit. Come this way to the office.
I think Auden's coming downstairs at this point, like really confused by the knocking.
And I keep looking over my shoulder. I'm just checking the street behind me. Just keeping an eye on things.
Sid, who's your new friend?
The Queenie.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure, I'm sure. So what was the noise outside? Was it your friend here? Does somebody actually know what knocking?
Well, yeah, I got manners.
Yeah, you're probably
be
the
the
only one in
first.
New York City.
Oh, I know. But that's why people like me.
So, who owed us a favor?
Eva. My Aunt Eva.
Oh.
Ravnos.
Oh.
Alexander's not going to be thrilled about this.
You were this close to
Yeah,
becoming
apparently
my
you owed
lunch.
her a big favor. Like a big favor, so.
I'm immediately texting Alexander and Herschel in like a brand new group text. And it's like, Sid has a new friend. She's a Ravnos. What do I do? And then in a separate text, also, what's knocking?
Upon getting this text, Alexander will come downstairs.
Do y'all let me? Does Sid just kind of let me walk through the house?
No, I would actually accompany you
Okay.
to my office,
Okay,
which is basically the living room redone.
gotcha.
Well, you can see it on the map. Like it's labeled Sid's office.
Oh, I see the map.
In the
Okay.
front parlor, because we apparently don't have a living room. It's a
How
parlor.
fancy.
We
Y'all
don't
have a-
own a television.
Y'all have a 4-story brownstone in Lower Manhattan.
Nice place you got here. Mine's bigger, but
Can
can't have it all.
Can I offer you a
Ale-
drink?
Alex is gonna love.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah, ice cold, like ice cold.
All right. And Auden is gonna.
You got any smokers?
I don't believe we do.
That's fine. Ice cold, extra ice.
All right. Auden's gonna go to the kitchen and put on her best etiquette.
Well, Sid, you care to introduce me to your guest here?
Alex, this is apparently a favor that we owe Ava. This is Queenie Kovacs.
Queenie Kovacs, at your service.
Pleasure to meet you, Queenie. I didn't realize we had boons we owed, Sid.
I don't know about all ya, but apparently, my Aunt Eva said, to check in on you. Well, really, I'm the favor. I'm the
You're-
problem child.
What's the favor being asked here?
Well, I got some dudes that was, chasing me a couple blocks away. Big guys. I thought they were my boyfriends, but apparently not. I knew the address, gave her a ring. She's like, oh yeah, hit him up. Here I am. They're probably coming.
Lovely. Well, Sid,
Looks like we're gonna have to fuck up some more people.
I mean,
More
that's-
people?
that's
What do
kinda
y'all get
Sid
into up
does.
here? It's so fancy.
We have a reputation. I should say I have a reputation.
Don't I know you from somewhere? You got like one of them faces.
Take off your shirt, Sid. She'll recognize you.
Yeah, you might have seen the pictures. The fight for the prince or whatever.
No, like way back.
Alexander, you and Sid can both roll me. What is it? Hold on, I have to make sure I have the right thing. Wits empathy or perception empathy, either one.
Let's go with perception empathy.
Yeah, that's what I was probably gonna go with here.
Oh, just one success. My luck is finally turning, y'all.
0.
Queenie looks really familiar to you, Sid. But you haven't seen her. It's not something, it's one of those like you've met a long time ago. But it's not something like you're struggling to break through that big hole in your memory. It's something you remember and you just can't quite place it. You know you've met before.
I'll think on it. It'll come to me.
Yeah. Was
Big
it
city,
in?
but small town, you know.
Yeah, you haven't been in LA by any chance?
Nope.
Okay.
New Orleans. Came
Can't
here in
say I've been.
77.
Can't say I've been to New Orleans.
I'll figure it out. It'll come to me.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it sounds like we have a few extra things to take care of then.
yeah, that'd be great. I don't think I could take on all of them by myself, but
If I look at the cameras outside Deirdre, do I see anything?
Roll me perception alertness. I'll give you +1 because you're using the computers to do it.
Perception.
There's something moving out there that you can't quite get a pin on. It's almost like that something knows where the camera is and is trying just to stay out of range of it.
I'll go upstairs. How many boyfriends were chasing you?
4 or 5. They're not my boyfriends though. My boyfriends are much more dexterous.
Do you know which clan they were from?
No, you know, they smell kind of funny, so you can take a quick guess, but no, I didn't get a good look at them, no, if that's what you're asking me.
I think Auden's come back in the room at this point and has heard all of this, and it's just like,
Big guys though, like armor and everything. I thought it was gonna be like one of those situations, you know, where they're kidnapping people, and I was like, well, I got insurance, so it's not gonna be that bad, but I didn't want to ruin my day or anything.
you said there were 5 of them? You think?
No, like 6.
The alarm bells are just going off in the back of Auden's head, which is going off to the tune of Carol of the Bells, even though
It
that's
could have been 3
absolutely
though,
appropriate.
you know, like I don't see too good in the dark, so
Well, Sid, this sounds kind of like
Maybe
the
10.
Second Inquisition, perhaps. They're not Cameron Lagoons, and the Sabbat, well, they wouldn't use. They're not that tactile. This sounds like a third party.
what do you mean third party?
It sounds a lot like a Second Inquisition.
You think it was a hit? Give me a second. I gotta call my cousin Vinny.
So these tactical not boyfriends, they smelled funny. Did they smell like?
Uh-huh.
And she's just gonna gesture vaguely at Herschel.
Yep. Oh, what'd you say? Oh,
They smell like him.
Do they smell like our dear friend here? And she once again gestures at.
I don't think anybody quite smells like Herschel.
I would hope not, but
Wh-
sometimes.
To put it lightly, were they kindred?
dear Deidre.
You can roll me perception alertness to see if you could remember.
Absolutely.
If
I
you
will
picked
do
it up
that.
on that or not.
Perception alertness. Where's my sheet?
I changed the name on it so it says Queenie now.
Thank you. Pool mod? That's
Nope.
that's normal. Okay. Difficulty 6?
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh.
5 successes. Very
Oh.
nice. You are almost positive that they were not kindred. They weren't lupine either. You know, you could you've known the smell of werewolf. You're from New Orleans. You've know that right outside the city there's that bunch of lycanthropes that hang out in the bayou and cause problems for unwary kindred. It doesn't smell like that.
No. You don't smell like a dog. I love dogs anyway, so.
And they didn't smell like vampires. Your think they're human, but there was like something covering the scent, something not normal.
Maybe. I mean, Givenchy like had this new perfume that was kind of smell a little funky, and they get like the little samples out on I don't know, upstairs. I don't know. Maybe humans though.
That's worrisome. Auden
Like, you got a problem with humans or something?
Well, it's the ones that are specifically trying to kill us. Yes, I have a big problem with them.
There never seems to be a dull moment in
Yeah.
this house.
Someone brought a little bit too much attention to New York City.
Well, I can help you.
Oh, good.
I'm fast. I'm strong. I'm pretty.
I don't think attraction is going to do much with them.
Not with that attitude.
She makes a good point.
Yeah. I guess I have so many questions, but I don't know how we. Auden's like trying not to say we should use this person we don't know that well as bait to draw these guys out.
Oh, actually, Sid's going to say it.
That's what, like, Auden and Sid, I think, just make eye contact because they both have the same idea, but Auden's trying to be respectful.
Queenie, how do you feel acting like bait?
Okay. Let's go. I'm gonna slurp down the blood. You got me. Crack the ice.
This is just we're just doing this. We're not.
Just very noisily drinking down the blood, by the way, like slurping and all.
Apparently, we're going on a hunt. The
Yeah,
apartment
sorry, let's
thinking.
go.
Awesome. Auden's sending out a few messages to alert people, like, just kidding, not coming to the art show tonight. And also canceling a date for Herschel, and just being like, hey, sorry that tonight, there's some family issues. Can we try again?
Cancel.
This one wasn't necessarily.
She was
This is kinda
probably
like-
the one.
No, this is like third place of the women that Auden has connected for Herschel.
The art crowd, Saeed responds to you, says, sorry to miss you, but I don't think you're going to miss much. I hear that it involves paint guns.
And Auden sends back like 3 eye roll emojis in a row. She's like, great, another piece on gun violence, groundbreaking.
No, it's and you get it back. It's like worse. I think this one's sponsored by PETA.
5 more eye roll emojis.
But you get a like very polite, oh, I totally understand. I hope your family's okay. Text me when you can. From the date from Herschel.
Yeah, that's fine. She seemed like the needy one, so like I'm okay with this one getting pushed back.
Perfect. How about controlling and manipulative? Where are those at?
Oh, don't worry. You're gonna love first place, Herschel.
First place is definitely controlling and manipulative. That's all Herschel really needs in a romantic relationship at this point. So you're going to try and play bait, Queenie. Is that it?
Huh.
Okay. How is this gonna go, guys? What are you gonna do to play bait?
I think we need to take her somewhere away from the house, though, so that way we stop having heat on the house constantly.
We do like the classic where she's like running away, like, oh no, and she like falls and trips. She's like, oh, my ankle.
Where did they started following you? Like, whereabouts were you?
Good question.
You were coming north from Grand Street and Spring Street, walking up to Spring Street.
Okay.
Down here.
Okay. Further south. 5 blocks. Not far.
Back towards the festival?
Oh, I forgot my fries! And I pull out a huge carton of McDonald's fries and I'm just chowing on them. Little cold, anybody want one? No? Y'all can't eat?
No.
Oh, I can, but I'm quite good on the fries, thank you.
No fun.
So, Herschel, you can sling through the shadows, right?
Most of the time.
Oh, shit.
Oh God, Herschel.
Because we could just follow you from a few paces back. Put you somewhere where they're probably watching the house, though, if they've seen you come in. So the trick would be for you to leave the house by yourself. And then we exit through the back door and just follow you around. See how long it takes for, if I'm right, the Inquisition to pick up your trail again.
Well, Herschel could follow her. At least one of us could stay with her.
Yeah, or I could, oh, wait.
Turn into a wolf.
Well, not a wolf, because, like, it's a tiny bit too big. No, I'm thinking a rat. Let me check which animals I can. I know I have wolf and bat, but I think I have a third one.
If you have rat, that would probably be the best move.
Your third is reptilian, remember? You have
Oh, yeah, right.
that side effect. It's a snake.
Oh, yeah, it's just wolf or bat. There's no third one. So my third would be a snake.
Yeah, your third is a snake because of that side effect.
How big a snake are we talking about?
6-foot boa.
No, like a couple feet long. And it's a venomous viper, so not a boa. Boas are constrictors. Venomous snake of some sort. About the size of a full, probably an adult coral snake.
That's not going to stand out in New York.
Oh,
But then again, no, probably not.
do you have a, do you have a bag with you, Queenie?
No. Just my jacket. I don't carry purses. That's just cliche.
How big are your pockets?
Pretty big. This is my brother's jacket, so it's got like those man pockets, not like girl pockets where there's just like you can fit like a finger in. You wouldn't understand. Or maybe you do,
I've never worn a girl jacket before.
Are you gonna turn into a snake and sit in her pockets?
Yeah.
I mean, you could just be like a nice neck warmer,
Can I suggest that you be the bat because it would fit in a pocket better?
Yeah.
It's New York. There's nothing weird with like a girl wearing a snake walking down the street. That's like a normal Tuesday,
How long have you been in New York, Queenie?
Since 77, I told you.
No,
Right.
that's really pretty normal.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd get a second look.
Exactly.
It's up to you what animal you want to disguise yourself as, Sid. But, yeah, we're gonna have to probably send her towards the festival to maximize bait time, basically.
Yeah. All right, bad it is.
Okay, so we got Smarty Pants, we got Stealthy Boy, we got Grumpy Old Man. What are you gonna do? Alexander, right?
He
That is
just
correct.
sits back and watches.
I'll be following along from behind.
He does like getting his clothes dirty.
Uh-huh. So he's lazy. Lazy bones it is. team.
Auden has gone from like finding Queenie super charming to being completely offended as soon as her vamp dad is insulted. She's just like that southern lady, like pearl clutching kind of moment, which she's trying very hard not to do because she doesn't want to be her mother.
Oh,
but
I
she's
do
like,
declare.
she's like suffering.
Queenie, for Alexander, picture Alexander Skarsgård in a wonderfully cut Emilio Zenga suit.
Hot and lazy. I love it.
Not so much lazy, just I don't prefer to get my hands dirty unless I have to.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander has a number of great uses. He is definitely not the lazy one in this.
One of those dainty ones, you know, like I can't break a nail. Me too, though. Me too. I spent a lot of money in these claws, okay?
And there's a lot of money in my suits.
Somebody's got to be the bankroll of the house.
So the plan is to have Sid transform into a bat
And hide in her pocket. Yeah.
and hide in Queenie's pockets. Herschel to sneak around out back. Alexander to sneak behind. Auden, how are you? What are you doing?
So I, in player brain, have two ways I think would be worth slicing it. I just don't know what Auden would prefer to do. So I'm kind of, on one hand, maybe she should just follow in the shadows with Alexander and Herschel. On the other hand, she could go with Queenie and make it look like they're just walking and talking together. And then just be right there at the front lines if shit pops off. But I don't know which one sounds better for her. Because I think she's super conflicted. Like, do I actually want to help?
You should do the second one.
Yeah, I think she'll go with Queenie. That makes sense.
Perfect. Girls' night.
Girls' night.
And a bat. Or snake or frog, whatever.
Auden's definitely tucking her gun away, so that way it's on hand.
So the two of you are gonna leave Sid transforms. Do you get changed for this event, or are you just gonna go with whatever you're currently wearing?
I was already dressed for the art night, so I'm just staying in the as it were, the one of the suits that Franny made, which does actually have good pockets.
You just dress fancy around the house? Were you going somewhere? Did I ruin your night?
I wouldn't say you ruined it. I think let's just call this an improvement. We'll go from there.
Dinner with mom, I understand.
No, it was just a new art show that, as I've heard, was possibly sponsored by PETA, so not really worth the she sort of gestures at the suit. Not really worth the class.
Wouldn't take you for an art fan.
She kind of just stares. I'm sorry. I didn't know there was a specific way to mark an artist in this day
Well,
and age.
I don't know. I mean, just saying, you know, I knew a lot.
Guess she wouldn't pay you for the starving artist.
I am definitely not a starving artist, and I certainly consider what I do a step above what most of those hacks that get the shows do, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, I consider myself most proficient. A patroness of the arts, you might say.
Why don't you keep that whole discussion while you're walking around the streets?
Oh,
Well, you
this
know,
is definitely happening as we're
This
walking.
is the interesting part.
And with that, I'll turn into a bat.
So Sid's in a bat in the pocket of
Inside pocket.
inside.
And I cross my arms so he's like squished up against the boobs.
Sid, you get them all, don't you?
I love everything about this. Thank you so much.
Sid the bat just turns around so that he doesn't face like away and just like turns his face.
Like a
Bat-
bat out of hell.
Bat bombs.
Yep. So the two of you and Sid are proceeding down the street. Herschel, you're sneaking out the back. Is that it?
Yeah. I'll stick to the plan for now.
Okay. Alexander, what are you doing?
I will follow Queenie and Auden out, and then just giving them a few feet of space ahead of me, and then I will just follow along behind them.
Okay. So, giving the impression that you're just heading out in general, not really being affiliated with them, maybe following the same direction, but not really, giving them a couple blocks, really.
Probably a block or so.
Okay. In that case, Herschel, are you being normally stealthy or are you being Nosferatu stealthy?
Oh, definitely vampire stealthy.
So you're going to use obfuscate.
Yeah, I don't know which one I need to use though.
Is it unseen presence? I think it's unseen presence.
I think that
Unseen presence is if you stand still.
Okay, that's
Obfuscate. I have it here. You want to look for no, Cloak of Shadows is if you remain still.
That's to stand still. So it is unseen presence.
Unseen
Yeah,
presence, you can move. Yeah,
Yeah, I got them backwards. Sorry. That was me.
no problem.
I always get him confused.
Or he could also use Mask of 1,000 Faces and just look like a regular human.
I
That
wouldn't
is true too.
smell or sense like one or.
Actually, if you have 5 successes, you could probably do whatever you want because it's like shape-shifting completely.
But it won't get rid of a couple things that he has.
Yeah, he'll still have this weird aura of death.
Weird aura
Stench of the
evil.
grave.
Well, Stench of the Grave and Aura of the Unholy.
He's straight up evil, is what he is.
Yeah.
Said, of course, lovingly,
Yeah.
but straight up.
Yeah, lovingly, my brother's evil, but I love him for it. It's fine.
We've had a healthy growth in our relationship. We're good. We're buddies now.
Yeah.
It's less sibling rivalry and more sibling friendship.
Yeah, stapling a guy to a roof will do that for you.
Except Auden
Or-
still
or
tattles. on what
Getting
we do.
yourself kidnapped by, your sire.
That works.
That-
You texted them.
Water under the bridge.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, that's part of why she's still tattled on shit they do. Like, he did get her kidnapped by, the
Creepy
abusive sire. So,
Creepy
like,
abusive sire.
yeah.
So, in that case, as Queenie, Auden, could you both roll me perception alertness?
Normal difficulty.
Normal difficulty. For right now. 4 successes for Queenie. You can re-roll that 10. So you just have to manually roll 1d10. Four successes it is. The two of you are walking down. Are you walking back to the festival? Is that it? Are you going back to San Gennaro? Or are you going somewhere else?
At least along the like.
So you're walking like down Spring Street, maybe?
Yeah.
You know, through Soho, kind of having girl talk, pointing out different shops that are still open, even though it's a little bit later, after dark, maybe like 8:30, mostly just because, there are a bunch of people in Lower Manhattan now who are come for San Gennaro and they're hanging out.
Dawn's also definitely mentioned her work as a critic and things that she's seen of late.
So you and Pretty Boy.
Pretty Boy?
Yeah, the young one.
Herschel?
Oh,
No? You should. House booty is the best booty, in my personal experience.
I will make a mental note of that. And she's just like, she already has, the blush of health. So, like, she's looking pretty scandalized.
The two of you do look very intrigued, but Queenie, as you're walking, you're kind of used to this, and you're a little bit aware because you noticed that you were being followed earlier, and that's why you ran into this particular house. You do come across, you don't see anything, but you hear a couple times that click of boots that's right in tempo with you. That moment of like, that somebody's following you, but you can't quite catch them because they're always just stopping right when you do, or they turn right when you do. You do catch the glint of a car that passes you once and then passes you again, like 3 minutes later.
You see that?
Yeah, I clocked that. Seems
They didn't have a car last time.
Yeah, your friends are coming fast, I think.
It's a very nice Escalade.
Yeah, skills list. We got like a bat signal or something.
I think Auden's kind of giving Sid the sort of lowdown on the situation as they get into
Just grab Sid out of your pocket and throw him in the air.
Just whispering.
No, I've got Phantom Speak. Like, I don't need. He can hear my voice. He can hear my voice wherever I'm at. So
and you could probably. Sid's with you, so we might be doing that to Herschel or Alexander.
Yeah, I would probably be doing it to. It would be no. I don't think I actually have. I'm not at a level that I can do multiple people, so I'd probably be telling Alexander since he's the responsible one. And he's the he can also probably see where we are. But I think she would start with Alexander and then try to focus on that first and then tell Herschel.
So Alexander, it's been a little weird with Auden getting used to her powers in the last couple weeks, and now there's just this voice in your ear saying, "We're being followed. There's a car."
Well, this is new. And I'll text Auden. Like, that is a very neat trick.
And the text will be like, I figured it would be quicker.
It is, however, I can't communicate back, and I'll text her back that.
And she's just gonna send a sad face emoji. She's like, I don't need you to communicate back, I just need you to know what's going on.
Thank you for letting me know.
shit is gonna pop off soon.
So you've communicated to Alexander. He's responded. Herschel, can you roll me perception alertness as you're sneaking around following them?
Yeah, let's do that.
3d10 to reroll. 7. 8 successes. You spot the Escalade, loop the block twice, and keeping pace with them. You also spot 6 guys on the rooftop following them along the roof lines. And you notice something in one of their hands. As he sets himself up.
What is it?
It looks really weird, kind of like a sniper rifle, but that's got a bowstring attached to it.
I want to. How far away? How far away am I tailing on?
It's up to you. I mean, Alexander gave them a block. I guess I want to call Auden.
You're gonna call her on a phone? In the year of our Lord 2020?
Yes.
All right, she's gonna pick up. Just so that you're aware, her ringtone for Herschel is still from when she was mad at him. So every time if not that he calls her much, but when she was still mad, it was set to "Fuck You" by Lily Allen because she was still really angry. Should change that.
I just want to. Let me think. You need to run right now. They're on the rooftop. They're gonna shoot something at you. Literally right now.
Hey, Auden, could you roll me a Dex dodge?
Fuck. Oh god.
You can do it.
Ooh, 2 successes.
You get to reroll the 10.
With the
One,
10.
yeah. 2 successes.
Literally, as you're standing on the phone with Herschel and you've stopped to answer, you're kind of still walking, but at the same time, there was that moment of where you stopped because A, your phone rang, and B, God damn it, Herschel actually called me? What the hell? So you stopped for a moment to answer, you've turned your back, and in that moment, a bolt flies and hits you in the shoulder.
Motherfucker.
Okay, time to run.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be like, Queenie, I think it's time to get the bat.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab him and just yeet.
What the fuck?
Did we just
I was
yeet
happy
Simon?
with the
I think
boobs.
we just yeeted Simon.
I have never been yeeted before.
The Mets wanted to source me once, but
But
they need some better pitches. Let's be real.
where do you throw me? Like upwards?
Yeah, a little forward ahead of us. Actually, where did the shot come from? In front of us?
To the side and little bit behind you, like
Okay.
just like for purposes, like he was tracking the shot and fired just as you passed him, but just enough that he led the shot and hit her in the shoulder when
Gotcha.
she turned.
Yeah, I'm kind of chucking you up, but slightly behind,
Okay. I'll
like an
try
old
to.
soda can.
Good. I'll try to make my way up to where he was. Or where he still is.
He's still there. He's reloading. Or
There like
they are
6
reloading.
guys up there? Yeah.
There are a bunch of them. Yep.
Flying as fast as I can.
You can do that. Queenie, you and Auden, what are you two doing?
Running.
Running.
I still have Herschel on the phone, so he has definitely heard me get shot.
Alexander, what you doing?
Since I'm behind them, did I see the shot?
I'm gonna say that you have good enough eyesight, and it is New York. It doesn't matter. In a block, you probably at least see the bolt sticking out of Auden's shoulder.
I'm going to run towards the building that it came from and see if there's a way up to the roof.
I mean, yeah, it's Lower Manhattan. You can jump to the. I'm sure you can jump to the first level of the fire escape.
I guess it is true. I could. So I'll find myself a fire escape and try to leap up to it.
Okay, I'm not gonna make you roll for that because they're,
I'm going to at least try and make an effort not to do it in front of tons of people if they're around.
I mean, fire. Yeah, they're usually on the side of the building. You'd be okay.
Okay.
You can roll me that stealth to see how much, what happens. But
Let's see what stealth, which I don't have. So just what dex.
Dex, yeah. Dex, stealth or
Dex stealth, but yeah, I don't have stealth. So no successes.
You're slightly concerned about Auden, so you're just running straight to the fire escape and going up. Sid is going up. Auden and Queenie are running. Where are you running to?
Trying to find an alleyway that's not super close but not super far.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can always try and climb if I have to. Hardcore parkour.
Mm-hmm.
Will that put us through the crowd at the festival at this point, or are we?
You didn't get that far. You're still in Soho.
Okay.
You're like right down here.
Okay. Yeah, if we can.
Green Street and Spring Street.
We'll try to duck into an alley.
Exactly.
So the two of you are trying to duck into an alley. Alexander's running up a fire escape. Sid's flying as a bat up to a guy who just fired a bolt at Auden. Herschel is, I'm assuming,
I want to keep tailing Auden because there are two different groups of people. There was like one in the van and then a group up top. So I'm assuming the van people are gonna try to get Auden.
So you're trying to tail them still.
Yeah.
And as the van rounds the corner again to turn the block for the third time, we're going to take the break for the afternoon.
Ah!
Oh, shit.
Damn
Well,
it!
while my cat is rubbing itself all over my microphone, we will be back in a few minutes, everyone. Stick around.
Perfect.
Oh, we're back.
Hello, all. So we left off with Auden running down the street with a bolt in her arm, along with her new friend. Question
Oh yeah,
mark?
we're besties.
Auden is not sure what to feel about the situation, except that there is a part of her that thinks that this is still better than going to that PETA show.
Definitely.
I mean,
Probably.
come on, getting shot anywhere is probably better than going to a PETA show.
Yeah, paint guns, really, guys? This is where we're at? Ugh. Regardless.
Sid is flying up to deal with a guy with a modified compound bow and sniper rifle. Alexander's climbing up a fire escape, and Herschel's running down the street just as a Cadillac Escalade turns the corner around the block for the third time. So, Sid, just as you get to the top of the building, I need Queenie to roll me a dex dodge, please.
You got it.
As he takes his second shot.
Oof.
One success. He does get the shot off. It does, again, lodge in your side of your shoulder, your arm. It hurts like a bitch.
God, I don't like that. I don't like that.
It also rips your jacket.
Oh, my brother's gonna kill me. This is
Oh,
on loan.
why are they shooting at us? Why? What are you being followed exactly? I don't
know. You know, you could say I'm an heiress or something, but I got a big family. They know a lot of people. It gets complicated. I don't know. I'm pretty.
No, I can see that.
Pickle reason,
Uh,
Sometimes I piss people off.
Herschel, are you still there? She's still
Not intentionally, but
Yeah, I think you guys, the van's still coming.
Fuck.
I light another cigarette.
Herschel, is there anything you can do to help us with this van?
I mean, I don't see it right now. I gotta keep running.
Yeah. Herschel's running down the street towards you. You can't see him at the moment. Sid, you just made it to the roof line as this guy took his second shot and saw it hit Queenie.
How tall is that building?
6 stories.
Probably not enough to kill someone on impact. Alright, I will turn back to a vampire behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Grab him by I assume they're in tactical gear.
Yep.
So they have like a sort of bulletproof vest on them or something. I'll grab him by the back of that and just throw him to the side, like move him away from the edge of the building.
Yep.
And prepare to launch myself at him.
Okay. See if he can. First, can you roll me that Dex Brawl to grab him?
Get him, Simon.
What's the difficulty?
6.
6 successes.
You do grab him. He saw you just at the last second as he starts to turn, but you do grab him by the shoulders to launch him off the side of the building is where you're throwing him? Or are you throwing him off the front?
I'm just throwing him, like, behind me, like, onto the rooftop.
Okay, so you're pulling him back in.
I'm pulling him back so that he stops shooting at them.
Okay.
And putting, basically, myself in between.
Okay. So you've grabbed him, and then you can throw him.
Yep.
There are 2 other guys on this roof you see who have now noticed you and are turning to... They seem to be pulling out some sort of semi-automatic rifle of some sort and look to be ready to fire at you. Spotters failed their job, guys. They didn't roll well.
Think this is gonna deter me.
They are absolutely silent.
Well, if it's my turn again,
Yeah,
or do you want to
about
move to
that-
someone else? Yeah.
Just about then, Alexander's coming up the side of the building. They haven't noticed you, Alexander, yet.
Yet.
Sid kind of stands out.
Oh.
He is making an impression.
Alright. I would like to get up there, and I'd like to activate all.
And that's you rolling manipulation, empathy, and them rolling willpower, correct?
I believe that's what
Well,
it is. I'm trying
yeah,
to find
if
it,
it's
but-
contested, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not, would usually just, with kind, automatically succeed. But they do
Oh.
get a resistance on this one.
Okay. Let's see. What was it? It's charisma performance, it says.
Charisma performance. Ooh, roll that d10. You definitely draw attention. All three of these guys turn immediately to look at you.
Good. That's exactly what I want them to do. And I will dominate them to tell them to, well, I will command them to stop.
There's one small problem with that, sir.
Uh-oh.
As you go to flex your command,
Mm-hmm.
they all have night vision goggles on.
So they're not looking in my eyes.
No, they're not.
Oh, this is going to end poorly.
But you definitely have their attention. They are all focused on you. So Herschel, as you're running down the street, you are gonna hit Auden and Queenie, who are still running, right? You're trying to look for an alleyway and dodge into it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're about to turn and run into the alleyway just as Herschel gets to you at the same time as the Escalade pulls up next to you and the back window is down and 2 shots are fired out of it. You both get to Dex dodge. See if you can dodge these.
Us, me and Auden?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, I don't want.
I mean, I thought we could talk this out, but that's fine.
I don't want to get shot again.
1 success again. Damn. Whew. Not doing too hot.
Just 2 successes for me.
Because they rolled like crap. Both of you succeed and don't get shot, but you hear the click of something hit the wall behind you. And you know it isn't a bullet. It didn't ricochet like that, but it sounded slightly metallic when it hit the wall as you dodge into this alleyway. Herschel, you are running up next to them. You're still unseen at the moment, and you would see that the gun that they fired looked really strange.
Strange how?
Herschel spends a lot of time online, particularly looking at conspiracy theory sites. It's his thing. It looks almost like a tranquilizer gun that you see in zoos.
Can I shoot back through the window?
Yeah, but it's going to be an 8.
That's fine. We gotta do something here.
Don't forget to spend willpower if you want.
Oh yeah, with that, so my willpower reset all the way back up, or
To where it was, particularly because you rested.
I'll spend a point of willpower.
1 willpower gets you 1 automatic success.
Yeah.
5 successes. You do fire into. Oh no, because I said it's going to be 3 successes because
Yeah,
I said
I
7.
buggered it up. Yeah.
So 3 successes. You get. You shatter the window. You hit something inside, but it doesn't sound like you did damage.
That's fine.
Auden, Queenie, what are you doing aside from running?
Well, Herschel's standing right there. I mean, can we just shoot him back? Ain't you got a gun?
Yeah, Auden's like hung up the phone with Herschel and is gonna
I mean, they're just humans.
get her
Like,
little
what
gun
are
out.
you gonna do, you know?
It's time
Just
to
keep running.
What a puss.
No, Auden's definitely drawing her weapon. I don't know if she's gonna shoot or if she's gonna keep running, but she's tucked the
All I got
phone
is a
away.
switchblade. Keep running, yeah. Keep running.
Yeah.
Try and if we've got to an alleyway,
Yeah, you're in between.
you
a
can't
couple
follow us
buildings.
down on an Escalade. So,
Nope, you're gonna keep running.
yeah, I'm gonna be looking for one of those old like fire escapes. You can jump up and climb up.
Yeah, those are everywhere. It's
Yeah.
Lower Manhattan. Everyone
Right.
has them.
Right.
You're fine. So you're gonna find and climb a fire escape. Sid, you notice that Alexander's appeared. All 3 of these guys that are on this roof with you are now focused on him, including the guy that you just threw to the ground.
Are they looking at... No, they're not. None of them are distracted by Alexander because of their goggles, right?
No, they're
No.
all distracted because of awe. He can't command them because
Oh,
of it.
okay.
Awe doesn't require eye contact.
I will spring the claws,
Mm-hmm.
burn another point. Do I have to burn a point?
For the claws, I didn't think so. No.
Yeah, blood point. God damn it. Swing, claws. And I will jump at the closest one.
Mm-hmm.
And I will try to swiftly cut his throat with my nails.
Okay.
Mm.
I need you to roll Dex Brawl.
Yep.
Don't forget your celerity.
Uh-huh.
They have a penalty because they're odd.
Is it still difficulty 6?
Mm-hmm. For you, yeah.
I have 6 successes.
Yeah, you reach in. This one guy who was actually one of the spotters who turned. You reach in. Are you trying to cut his throat?
Yep.
Are you leaving the head intact?
I
Attached
really
to the
don't
body?
care.
Well, I mean, are you leaving it? Are you just cutting the throat, or you want to leave it attached? To the
No, I
body?
basically want to open him up so that he bleeds out.
Wow, that's an insult right there.
Hot.
I really
Vampire-
don't have time to decapitate people.
I mean, you got 6 successes to his 2.
Yeah, I know, which adds so technically my damage would be strength plus 4 plus 1 aggravated. So
It doesn't matter. This is kind.
yeah, I know, which is hilarious because I would have killed just about anything with that.
You took his head off. Oh yeah. Spoiler warning, content warning for Sid fighting things.
Yes, it's gonna go.
It's messy.
It's gonna be messy because I have celerity. And how many people are on the roof?
Well, now 2, and you and Alexander.
2 more, and me and Alexander.
Mhm.
Yeah, the one guy you threw down, the two spotters, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, well- You killed one.
I'll spend a blood point. I can, what's my generation? 4 points in gen. I can spend 2 blood points per turn. So I'll spend an extra blood point this turn to take an extra action.
Yep.
Jump to another one.
Yep.
And this one, actually, I want to crack his neck like a glow stick and feed on the opening.
Cool. Roll that, roll that, Dex Brawl.
Shit. Yeah, I have a -1 penalty because it's my second action.
Yeah, but you still get your 2 from Celerity.
Well, normally would have been 3 for celerity.
Yeah.
But yeah. Just a meager 5 successes.
You definitely start draining him. You are, to his 2, this guy is lunch. Are you going to have dinner, or are you just gonna leave him alive?
I only have a third of my blood left, so I'm not leaving him alive.
You can get 4 blood points because he's human.
Thank you.
Alexander, the only person who's left after Sid has taken out both of these spotters, is the sniper on the ground, who is absolutely focused on you and is now trying to pick up the modified compound bow. And not noticing that his 2 spotters are, well, one's bleeding out on the ground and the other's, Sid's having dinner while you are in the middle of this.
I would like to rush over to him and pick him up from the ground and pretty much do what Sid's doing.
You can roll me Dex Brawl +1. And your DC is still 6.
With successes.
He gets 1 success to get away. He's kind of just like moves slightly. You weren't expecting him to roll to reach for something, and he takes his eyes off you for a second. Like he's reaching to pick up the gun and he's standing up. He hasn't gotten away, but he's still there.
Okay.
If you choose, you can spend that blood point to take an extra action.
Let's do that. Sheet here. Alright, so we'll burn the blood point. We'll take an extra action. Now, he didn't pick up the gun, correct? He just got up.
Yeah, he got up. He's reaching down. It's like he picked it up and he's standing up with it. It's not it's a compound bow that he's modified with a sniper scope.
Mm-hmm. Alright, then I will... Now let's try that again. So, try Dex Brawl again.
Mm-hmm.
Just 1 success. You got 3 successes, yeah.
Yeah, he definitely got away. Even with his penalty. He kind of dodges out of the way, but he's still absolutely focused on you. Auden and Queenie. You're both climbing up the fire escape?
I don't know about Auden, but I am.
Auden doesn't really have any other moves right now, unless she's gonna try some stuff that could put her in a lot more danger.
But that's what's fun. I'll give you a hand up if you want to climb up with me. I'm just kind of scurrying to a place because we know at least one of them is on the rooftop. And I think we saw more. So I'm headed up there.
Yeah, I think I will follow Queenie up, but where's Herschel in all this? Is he still running with us, or is he...
He's down there.
I'm still on the ground.
He's fighting a car right now. He's busy. I'm sorry, it's an Escalade. He's busy fighting an Escalade.
Okay, well, I won't shoot at the car then. Because my only other recourse is to, like, try to use some fun presence on people, but, like, I think I'm gonna follow Queenie up. But I think I'm also gonna text Alexander, like, help? I'm also going to send one to Sid that says the same thing. Just help.
So you're both climbing up this fire escape. I'll say that you can probably get to the roof and you can just make out that you're one building over from the mess that Alexander and Sid are making on this rooftop with these guys. Herschel, you've got a guy who's now reloaded and about to fire on you through the car window.
Ready. I would like to not get shot, though.
Roll me that dex dodge. You do, unfortunately, get shot. Can you roll me... Hold on a sec, I need to check something for you.
Sweet.
Ooh, sorry. Okay. Can you roll me stamina survival? Because you don't have potence or fortitude. Ooh, you're very lucky. You start to feel slightly woozy, but you aren't knocked out.
Sweet.
And you can look down and see a about 3-inch long hypodermic sticking out of the middle of your chest.
It's not the first time. I want to pull it out, and then if I've gotten Auden and Queenie like enough time to like get a little bit away, I want to run away, but probably like back the way I came.
Bravely.
With oh, so classy that you are. I'll say you can pull it out. If you start to run, he might take another shot at you this round.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Is this the episode where Herschel dies?
Mm-hmm.
So I need you to roll me dex dodge. -1 because you're woozy.
So
Reroll the 3 d10s.
Hmm.
4 successes. You do not get shot again.
Nice.
Sid, you and Alexander, there's only the one sniper left between the two of you. He's still absolutely focused on Alexander as you finish your lunch.
If I look down, do I see the car?
Not from where you are because you've moved back from the front of the building. You're further back into the... Like, they were on the street, so you've moved back further from the length. If you look, you'd have to go towards the edge to look down.
I'm gonna go towards the edge.
If you go towards the edge, yes, you see the car. You see Herschel running away.
Would I be able to jump down on the car, or is the car too far?
You could roll me an athletics to see it.
Alex, can you handle him?
I have him. Go ahead.
Dex athletics or strength athletics, your choice.
Dex. Why would I ever choose strength? I am not a strong person. Difficulty 6?
Yeah, I mean, it's a straight shot down. This is more to see how you land.
7 successes.
You land perfect Superman on the roof of this Escalade.
Boom. Are people looking?
You can't see anyone on the street.
Do we notice this happening as we're climbing up on?
Yeah, you get to the
We're
top
on the
and you
rooftop,
see,
yeah.
you're on the rooftop. You've just come to the top of the fire escape. You see that this tableau of the dead bodies, the one guy with his head cut off, the other guy absolutely riveted and staring worshipfully at Alexander, and then you see Sid run
Just
and
leap off the
Superman
fucking
leap off
roof.
the roof off the roof.
All right.
Just for my own mental image, when he turns back into vampire form, are his clothes back on?
Yeah, his clothes are always go with him.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
No, I'm not naked,
Stop being
flapping in the
so
wind.
horny on Maine.
I was just curious. I really needed to picture the scene. You know, is he like
You need to
Terminator?
picture
just-
something.
Naked man just.
I mean, that would look like the beginning of Terminator.
Mm.
Except,
Welcome to
except
New
Liv
York.
except Liv Schreiber instead of Arnie.
Hmm.
So I thought we agreed that that Sid looks like Liv Schreiber. Is that it?
I think, who was Liv?
Yeah, Liv Schreiber. Yeah.
Liv Schreiber.
He was Wolverine's brother.
Yeah.
Sabretooth.
Yeah, Sabretooth. Yeah, he looks kind of like that.
So, Sid is now on the roof of this car. Alexander, what would you like to do?
Alexander will draw his knife, and I will go to put it between, because these guys are wearing armor, so I'm going to try to put it between where the armor would be, like along the side of him.
Mhm.
So just to kind of finish him off
Can you roll me Dex melee?
there. Mm-hmm. That I can roll. I can get no successes at. Wow. Dice do not like me today.
It seems to bounce off the armor. He's still riveted by you and slightly, but he's blinking. He's
Oh,
still.
Does he still have on the night
Yeah.
vision goggles? Okay.
Well, yes, he has night vision goggles on,
Okay.
but you notice that his aren't as dark. Now that you're up into his face.
Mhm.
Probably because it's really hard to use a scope with night vision. Just throwing that out there.
All right.
Herschel, you running.
Oh yeah, I am only brave for about a second.
Okay. You're running down the street. You heard a large thud and you glance behind you. Do you glance behind you?
Yeah.
That half-second glance behind you, you see Sid in perfect Superman landing on the roof of the Escalade.
Wow, he's so much cooler than Alexander. I'll stop
Such a
and
daddy's
turn.
boy.
I'll stop and turn, and I'll just watch the scene. I think he's probably got this.
Mm-hmm.
And if he doesn't, I'll be a block away.
So, Auden, you and Queenie are both now within the purview of Alexander's awe. Queenie,
Hmm.
can you roll me 4d10?
4d10. Yes, ma'am. Oof. Oof.
There's just something about Alexander standing like that that just picks at your memory. You can't quite recall, but it's like, you've seen
Hmm.
this before.
I'm telling you, I know this guy.
Yeah. You met him earlier today.
No, I mean like way back. Like way, way back.
Hmm.
It'll come to me. It'll come to me. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, I won't. And I'm just gonna like kind of try to get Alexander's attention, but probably realize it's pointless at this point. And
He's still got a guy with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's like I don't know what to do in this situation.
I'm gonna make I don't know any business with Alexander. I'm gonna make a running leap across these two buildings and help
So-
him finish off this guy.
Okay, can you roll me Dex Athletics?
Yes, I can.
Not that it'll be hard. It's just a 6. It's just, more how you land.
Sure. 4 successes.
2 10s to reroll.
Oh, right. 2d10.
4 successes. You make a perfect running leap across, and you're still upright as you come up just behind the guy that Alexander's focused on.
Hi there. Didn't want to miss out on a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
You alright? You look a little pale.
Fine.
I don't think he's fine.
There's no way Auden can make this leap between buildings. This is not her strong suit. And I don't think she's got a whole lot she can. I don't think shooting this guy that Alexander's got's really gonna be helpful right now. So I think she's just gonna. She's gonna probably follow Herschel's lead on this and just sort of watch Sid go to town on this Escalade.
So Sid, you're on the roof of an Escalade.
Mm-hmm. How fast is it going?
It's wasn't going, and now it looks like they had pulled up and stopped, and now they're starting. Like the guy in the front, the driver has noticed that you are on the roof and is about to start the car again.
Cool. I will quickly jump down.
Mm-hmm.
And if I had potence, I would do some really cool things with this car, but I am not very strong. However, I am fast enough to slash their tires.
You are definitely fast enough to slash their tires. And I won't even make you roll for that because tires don't get a roll against you.
So
they are now not moving.
Yeah. That would be my whole turn.
Okay.
Going around the car very quickly, making sure that their tires are as ripped as I can.
You've
rip them.
decimated the 4 tires, dented a couple rims at the same time, probably popped one. Alexander.
Let's try to put this knife through this guy again. There we go. It's a little better. Of course.
This keeps bouncing off his armor, but he's not. He's utterly focused on you.
Guy's a stud. Let's turn him.
Only if he can replace Herschel.
All right, you kill him.
I'll tell him you said that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Herschel knows. Queenie, what you doing?
Well, we're talking about turning this guy. I mean, I could always use a new boyfriend.
I mean, you would know that turning without permission is not cool.
Yeah, well,
Also, it would be
don't
a lot
look at
more
me,
involved.
Alexander. You're gonna ruin all my fun, okay? Is he like? So he's got like the tag gear on, but is it full helmet?
You could probably, you can see where you could get in there if you worked at it.
I don't know how this works, so I'm just gonna pull it out of my ass.
Yeah, describe it and I'll ask what the roll is. I'll tell you what the roll is.
Yeah, he's got him contained, I'm assuming. I am going to kind of reach my fingers up underneath his helmet and twist the helmet with him in it, and hopefully crack his neck.
Yeah.
If he's immortal.
That's Dex Brawl.
Dex and Brawl. We got it. Dex Brawl.
And it's a 6 because he's absolutely riveted on Alexander. He can't.
Oh, 1 success. Yeah, you'll love to see it.
And he just moves his head a half second. You get your hands around his neck, but he's like turns because Alexander moves and he keeps tracking Alexander.
Calm down. It's all right. I'm just trying to kill you. It's not a big deal.
There is no response. Sid, as you go around slashing tires, one of the guys in the car that you from the back seat, reaches out the gun and fires at you.
Do I get a chance to dodge?
You always get a chance to dodge.
More successes? Yeah, just 5.
Well, you see him at the last second put this gun out, and see it pop off, and you dodge out of the way, and you see this hypodermic needle shoot by you and ping off the side of one of the brick buildings.
Cool.
What are you gonna do?
How much of his arm is sticking out of the car?
Very professional. Just enough of the gun is sticking out.
Pissing me
He's
off.
he's not an idiot gangbanger who puts the gun outside the car and therefore drops the shell casings outside the car. He keeps everything inside.
Do I see his face?
You can see that he's got a mask on, night vision goggles.
Ah! Fucking hell. Well, the car isn't going anywhere.
Mm-mm.
I'll open the door of the car, the side that he's sitting in, and
How?
try to... Well, I'll use the handle.
Okay, let me put this in perspective. It's New York. Outside door's locked. The door's locked. You open it ain't going.
Okay.
Unless you're going to rip that door off, which is going to be a strength athletics with a harder DC.
I mean, you know what? I'm gonna burn a point of will, I'm gonna rip the door off.
Strength
Hell
athletics
yeah.
with a 7.
I'm gonna burn 2 points of blood to increase my strength by 2. Strength athletics?
Mm-hmm.
Rawr, fear me. What's the difficulty?
7.
7, sorry.
It's okay.
Just, 6 successes? Or should I say 7 successes?
6 successes, DC 7.
Oh, shit, yeah, that's
with
true.
with the one willpower spend, however, it is a 7. You reach out and you describe how you rip this door off its hinge off the car.
Well, I try the handle a few times, and when I see that it doesn't do anything, I just grab it with my whole hand and tear open the door and throw the door down, and I'll jump at him.
Okay.
Is he wearing his seatbelt?
No,
Okay, just checking.
he is not wearing a seatbelt. Herschel, what you doing?
I mean, I guess I'll run up to the car and try to help. You said the door was windows open, you said?
One of them was, yeah.
Can I
Not
run up-
anymore, because Sid ripped the door off.
Mhm. I'll look around. There's no humans watching us.
Roll me perception alertness.
This could be bad.
You don't see anyone but the people that are currently on the street and the other kindred and these kindred that you know.
Can I also do this to help, since I'm just sort of observing to see if there's since I don't really have an attack move I can do, I guess
Yeah, you can roll perception alertness.
I would like to sort of be the lookout if I can.
Mhm.
But I think because of the situation we're in and everything has been going south so far, I think I will burn a willpower to at least get that one success. Because shit just seems really bad right now. Which I'm glad I did, because I got no successes otherwise.
All you see is the guy that focused on Alexander, the car that Sid's going to town on, Herschel standing in the middle of the street, and no one else that you can tell.
Great. It's fine.
Alexander, what you doing?
So, yeah, since Queenie attempted to break this gentleman's neck, I will take the opportunity to try to put my knife in his throat. And I would like to burn a willpower for at least one success, and I will burn a blood point to get an extra point of dexterity.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead and roll that.
dex melee. And so 4 successes.
You, as his head's been turned, you have that brief glimpse of a side of a slit where the helmet and throat open just enough that you just reach in and stab into the side of his throat. Describe what you're gonna do with his...
Oh, I'll grab the helmet from the front and just push that opening even further and drive the knife pretty much as clean through as I can. Just
He
kind
is
of
very dead.
good. I will clean the knife on his shirt and put it away.
Alexander, could you roll me 4d10?
Uh-oh. Sure.
You can re-roll the 10.
So just the one.
You're almost positive you've seen Queenie try and rip a guy's head off like that before.
Don't look at me like that.
It's a very familiar.
Don't look at me like that.
Can't quite put my finger on it, but I know you from somewhere.
I take my finger and I push his face like this.
I'll deactivate all, by the way, too.
Out of curiosity, how tall is Queenie?
She's like 5'3". She's very small.
So she's got to reach upward.
Standing on my tiptoe, just look away.
Because
I'm very-
Alexander's about 6'4".
What? Do I got blood on my face?
No, I know.
Oh no, that's just lipstick. That's
somewhere.
just lipstick. I'm telling you, I know you. I know you. I got here in 77. I've been here the rest of my life.
I've been here since the 40s. And I'll notice the hole in her jacket. You know, I have a pretty good tailor I could put you in touch with.
That would be
up.
great because my brother's gonna kill me. It's his jacket. It's his lucky jacket.
It's a very nice jacket.
I mean, I know like everybody in the city, you know. Or at least I know people that know people that know people, so. I'm in the phone book.
Yeah. And Alexander can't quite place her, I guess, even though he has an eidetic memory.
Even if, like,
That's right. You do have an eidetic memory.
Yes.
So do I.
Yeah. You both have eidetic memory. Both of you roll me perception alertness +2.
You got it. Perception alertness. Is that the pool mod?
Yeah.
Yep, pool mod
Okay.
is 2.
You got it. 4.
Okay.
Roll 1d. 10. 4 successes.
You both have eidetic memory, and it's slightly coming back to you. The problem is, even with eidetic memory, sometimes other substances prevent you from having a perfect recall of an event. And while Alexander may no longer partake in things other than certain types of blood because of that Ventru issue, Alexander, you vaguely recall seeing Queenie at a club thinking about it, you realize, oh wait, it was 77.
You were pissing on a warhog, weren't you?
He wasn't, but someone else was at the time, and he was possibly trying to strangle them. And you definitely recall the massive amounts of, well, everything that was in the air at Studio 54.
That was a wild party. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? I took that home. I took that painting's in my home with all the blood and, and piss and shit and other shit on it, I got that. That's me. You were there? I knew you. Sid, your brother was there too, I think. Wasn't he?
Not mine, but...
Oh, he's not your brother. Sorry.
Sid was definitely there, and you, thinking back on that particular event, Alexander, you're pretty sure that that's the point at which you may have made the Tremere eternally angry at you, because the person who ended up bleeding all over that war hall that Queenie brought home was of a certain rank in the Tremere clan.
I mean, the Tremere had it coming.
Yeah, that chaos that they were trying to spread during the summer.
Aren't you a Tremere, though?
No.
Oh, no, you're a Venture. That's right.
Yes.
Wow. Time flies, though, right?
It really does.
Gosh.
That was quite the evening.
Are you saying all of that as you attempt to stab a guy in the throat?
Oh no,
Yeah,
the
we're
guy's been
making small
stabbed.
talk.
Yeah,
Okay.
He's been stabbed.
He's been stabbed. He's just bleeding out and behind and underneath them.
Okay, good.
Slowly. Sid! You've jumped into this car.
How many people are in the car?
You realize 3.
Oh, this is gonna take forever.
But you'll also realize that one of them isn't conscious.
Oh, who that?
Whoever it is that's in the back seat. Or way back, Escalade 3 rows of seats.
Yeah,
the third
okay.
row. There's the guy who is shooting at you that you've jumped into the car with, and then there's the driver.
All right, I'll take the guy that that shot at me, and I don't have time for this, so I will simply do like I did during the fight with the Bruja, and I'll put my hand like this.
Mm-hmm.
And he has glasses. Fuck, he has night vision goggles. I wanted to get through his eye, but that's not gonna work. Yeah, let's just slit the throat. Tear a good chunk of the esophagus out.
Mm-hmm. Roll me that Dex Brawl.
Oh, fuck. I think I fail.
So this guy bites Sid in the neck.
No, this guy sees Sid coming and pulls back and away and ducks backwards as if like that Matrix bend backwards.
Hey, celerity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do it again.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't get to dodge the second one, however.
This poor bastard.
6, 7, 8, 9.
9 successes.
Jesus,
Describe
dude.
how you what you do after he like Matrix bends backwards out of the way.
So, when he Matrix bends out of the way, his body armor sort of lifts up a bit to expose part of his stomach.
Mm-hmm.
And Sid will instead, with like his other hand, just shove it inside his lower abdomen and just do as much damage inside as possible.
You kill him.
Just like
messily.
Blender, yeah.
claws. It's messy. It's very messy and bloody. The slightly panicked at this point, you can kind of smell it. Even over, there's this other scent that you can smell wafting, and you can just begin to smell the human underneath. As he begins to slightly panic, turns from the front seat driver to shoot at you. And misses horribly.
I grin.
Herschel.
I want to run up to the car and I want to try to bite one of these guys.
The only guy left is the driver, and he's turned distracted at Sid.
Actually, can I run up to like the driver's side window and just like through the window and shoot him?
The window's still up, but yes, you can.
Sweet.
Just means that there's a higher DC.
What is it?
8.
Do I break the window?
You do break the window.
Perfect.
But he manages to have, like, ducked at just the awkward second. He doesn't get hit by the bullet. You realize when the glass shatters that it's a lot stronger than you were expecting.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of damages the bullet as it goes through. Auden, you doing anything on that roof?
I think I'm climbing down at this point.
Okay.
There's not a whole... I'm not keeping watch. I'm not really part of the fight. I think I'm just going to kind of climb down and get ready in case this car turns out to be... I think they have it, probably. And the rooftop, they're just kind of having one of those old people bonding moments.
We're having a moment.
Like, yeah, they're... I will let Queenie and Alexander have their moment doing whatever old reminiscing they're doing.
It looks like that you look at that and you look across this thing and you're like, oh, it's that awkward level of half reminiscing, half flirting.
Yeah, like I think Auden's, now that she's been playing matchmaker for Herschel for so long, I think she's gotten quite good at recognizing when it's best to leave the room, so to speak. So I think she's gonna go and check in on Sid and Herschel.
Okay. Alexander, Queenie, you are just what on this rooftop?
Alexander will, just finish up the reminiscing and then flash Queenie a brief smile, and then, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to see if any of these gentlemen have identification on them, and I'll search the, I'm assuming still bleeding out person, maybe relatively somewhat still awake.
Possibly, yeah. He might. The one that you stabbed is still nominally. He's bleeding slowly.
Yeah, and I'll just look over his person, see if there's any sort of identification or anything.
Yeah, does his armor have any logos or anything like that? Anything recognizable?
You can both, because there are 3 bodies up there. You can both roll me in wits or intelligence investigation.
Wits or intelligence investigation.
Let's go. It doesn't matter for me, so let's do intelligence. It's fine.
Wits.
Nah, nothing.
Investigation. Oh, there it is.
Massive failure.
Okay. And submit. 2 successes.
So with -2 successes, Alexander's a little distracted, looking less at this body and more at Queenie.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
She does make a statement. She is very attractive.
Stop looking at my ass. I can tell. I got eyes in the back of my head.
Is it that noticeable?
I mean, it's a good ass. I grew it myself. What can I say? Red beans and rice didn't miss her.
But Queenie, there's nothing. None of the gear has identifying marks. There's no manufacturer's labels. There's no labels on the inside of the clothes. The only thing that you find on all of them is a silver chain and cross. Crucifix specifically.
Does this okay? So in Vampire the Masquerade world, does this actually do anything, or is it just kind of like old wives' tales?
You did not take the flaw that you are have an aversion to silver, so it doesn't do anything to you. And you have no flaw that's aversion to. Did you take that flaw? I can't. Hold on.
It's because none of them had true faith, right? Or at least if they did, they aren't using it now. So.
Nothing up here seems to can be harmful to you at the moment, but very distinctive looking.
I'm gonna rip one off and shove it in my pocket. I'll show Aniva later. She's gonna know.
Sid!
Can't take one. I'll take off another because they're all wearing one. I'll toss it to Alexander. His people. He's got his people. I've got my people.
Mm-hmm.
And I will snap a picture of the crucifix with my phone.
Mm-hmm. Sid! The only guy left is the driver. And he's kind of scared at the moment. So I need you to roll willpower. Because he's panicked and he's going to do something stupid.
2 successes.
Hey, Sid.
Hmm?
You feel an overwhelming aversion to this guy and want to pull away from him, as he definitely pulls that cross out. And unfortunately, only the driver had true faith. Hey, Herschel.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
I need you to roll willpower -1. Or excuse me, willpower -2, and your DC is 7.
I was gonna say he's got like 20 willpower, so.
Yeah, but his problem is he has a bigger problem at the moment.
Yep.
Willpower, DC 7.
Because it's not about willpower.
I did it!
Hey,
God.
unfortunately, Herschel, you begin to feel like you're smoking. And it feels like you're burning from the inside out. And you feel an overwhelming urge to run the fuck away.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Beacon of the Unholy and true faith never go well together.
I'll look with running, it's fine.
Herschel.
Sid, what you gonna do?
The driver doesn't have night vision goggles.
No, he doesn't.
Good. Because I can't get any closer, I will attempt to stare at him and quell the beast. Basically make him, pacify him.
Mm-hmm. I'll say your DC is 7, because usually it wouldn't be a problem with humans, but he all faith and shit.
Yeah, he's special.
Mm-hmm.
So I will soothe him to complacency and be like, it's okay. You can put the cross down. We can talk. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes.
He seems to be responding relatively well to what you're saying. And he starts to lower the cross. It's no longer visible behind the side of the car because he's still turned to you, so he's in the front seat, so you can't see it at the moment.
Good. We're all friends here, aren't we? Nothing bad is gonna happen. We're just going to take a walk. Right?
Well, he's very calm now. And the cross is out of your line of vision.
Good, I jump him.
Roll me that Dex Brawl.
Too many successes.
No such thing.
Uh-huh. So I'm at 7. 7.
7 successes. Describe what you do to this poor child who honestly believed.
Yeah, I fling myself inside the car, push his head against the window on the driver's side, and I'm just going to cut his aorta. Just
Starts to bleed.
very, like, clean. Let him bleed out. Not
Ultimate
drink.
insult. You don't see or hear anything else. The floor is now silent. Auden, you come up to see Sid cut this driver's throat.
Oh, must be Tuesday. All right.
Are we done here? Where's Queenie?
She and Alexander are catching up.
Oh. 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 All right.
Yeah. I think Auden will check these guys for other information.
You can roll me wits or intelligence investigation. And there's still the guy in the way back. Or person in the way back, I should say.
Yeah, that's probably the person I'll look through.
Yeah, who is it?
Intelligence investigation. 2 successes. 2 successes.
He looks very familiar.
But not too familiar.
No, there's something that pings about him. You're not 100% sure. Taller, African American, very distinctive mutton chops, unconscious, tied up, very heavy manacles. Is Sid also investigating?
Well, can I? Yeah, because I figure, Auden went inside the car.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll get out through, and I'll come in through the back. Like, open the trunk.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I remember right, in an Escalade, like, you open the trunk, but you can still climb inside and look over the last row of benches, right? Yeah.
It's an SUV, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Sid recognizes him immediately.
Tibbs.
It's Tibbs. Very unconscious.
You recognize your friend here?
Yeah. Not one of us, though.
No, he doesn't smell like one of us. But...
Well, he's gonna owe us big time.
Also, you would interestingly note that it doesn't smell like lupine in this car. At all.
Huh. They got some kind of special air freshener. Maybe we should take it home for Herschel.
Yeah.
Is he alive?
You're pretty sure? He seems to be breathing.
Okay.
Can we just, like, take this car and take him back?
I blew all 4 of the tires.
Sid, we could have used this.
I didn't want them to go.
Herschel lifts up the sewer lid like.
Oh, God, Herschel. What are you... All right.
What,
I think
we're
we
gonna be
need to
seen
take it
carrying this guy.
Yeah. I'll let loose a sharp whistle in the direction of Alexander and Queenie.
You could text him, or I could use the voice thing.
I'll peek over the ledge of the roof.
You
claws?
You guys done making out?
We haven't started that yet. Could you give us like 15 more minutes?
We need to go, Queenie. The house. We gotta get back to the house.
Okay, well we can just make out of the house. That's fine. That's fine with you? That's fine. Okay. Coming down.
And I'll peer over. Do we need a car?
Yeah, I think we might.
And I'll text the driver.
It'll be 10 minutes before he gets there.
Yeah, 10 minutes. Do we have that kind of time?
I don't think we do.
Can we really carry this guy though? Your friend here.
Carry anybody, it's fine.
Yeah, Herschel, you want to carry him?
It's fine.
Who are we carrying?
I'm just gonna gesture to good old Tibbs.
Tibbs is in the car?
Yeah.
Oh, hell.
I said maybe we should get a car, but maybe we should blow this scene.
Alright, and I'll make my way down the fire escape towards the car. Sounds like we're gonna have to carry him out of here.
All through the sewers.
Oh, is that Herschel's idea?
No, I think that's a Sid idea right now.
I don't know about that one. Why can't we just walk him home into the streets?
Yeah, we can't do the, passed out drunk routine?
Right.
Oh, our weekend at Bernie's? Yeah, I mean...
Right, Weekend at I love that movie. Oh my god. That's the best. That's a great idea.
I mean, there was like 7 gunshots fired, and we're walking away from the scene.
It's 5 blocks. It's New York. That's not even nothing.
I mean, we do have a cop with us.
Who?
Tibbs.
The lupine.
He's a cop?
He's a cop, yeah.
Dump him.
He's also a werewolf, dear.
And he will also owe me. And that's worth a lot.
Well, I do love dogs, so.
We actually have one at the house.
You got a dog! You didn't tell me!
Oh, we need to take the dog out. That poor dog probably has shit in the house.
No, Alexander's hired a dog walker. Don't be absurd.
Poor
New York.
Come and gets the
Oh
dog
my
during the day
God.
while we're all sleeping.
Okay, so just so you know, Adelaide, the dog is in fact a ghoul. It's a dog that feeds on vampire blood. It's stronger, smarter, and evil. I pity the dog walker.
The dog's not evil. And it's Elizabeth. She's also... So... It's okay. I'm not just going to let anybody in our house to walk the dog. Even if anybody does just come into the house anyway.
You guys keep saying that, and nobody... There's only been one person who you didn't invite into the house who came into the house. But Sid didn't complain about that one.
Yeah.
So
I bring Tibbs home and I whistle.
You are whistling as you're carrying... do you take the manacles off?
Are they made of silver? Do they look like they're made of silver?
They look like there's definitely silver in them.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take them off.
Before or after you carry him home?
Before. Definitely before.
Because if not, that might attract attention.
Yeah.
that definitely would be what.
I just don't want him to wake up on the way home.
It's not hard. You can definitely find. You've searched the bodies. You can find the keys to unlock them. Do you leave them behind or take them with you?
I will take them with me. Who knows? We might need a pair of handcuffs.
We get it, Sid. You have very specific interests.
Again, we're not here to judge.
It's always a little fun
You sure
sometimes.
you don't want to give those to Alex and Queenie?
Just fucking go home.
I'm already on my way.
Oh, they're Catholics, by the way. And I dangle at the necklace.
Yeah, Inquisitor.
Yeah, this is looking more and more like the Second Inquisition.
Well, shit.
We're gonna have to watch our asses.
Oh, especially after this.
Well, I'll tell my Auntie that you did her a solid. You might be able to spare somebody sometime.
Nice.
So you make your way back to the house, carrying along an unconscious Tibbs and a spare set of, you can write down, tungsten and silvered manacles.
Hefty boys. Hefty boys.
And you make your way back. I'm assuming there's ongoing flirting between Queenie and Alexander.
Oh,
Of
at
course.
least on Queenie's end, for sure.
You make your way back to the brownstone. It's odd. There doesn't seem to be anybody on the street as you do. And open the door. Nobody's been here. Nothing's out of place. Everything's fine.
Seriously, not lock your doors here?
Herschel.
You just like asking for trouble.
I went out the back door.
Oh, well, then it's not your fault this time.
You lock the house. You leave the car unlocked. That way they don't break your windows.
It's
So
very
where
true.
are we putting Tibbs?
Yeah, you can put him in Sid's office.
Yeah.
All right, well.
You deposit your werewolf guest. And I think that's where we're going to end it for today.
We know what Queenie and Alexander are getting up to, that's for sure.
Hey, when in New York, you know?
That's right.
Yes, yes.
And you're an 80-year-old vampire. It's fine.
There's no judgment in this house.
This house has seen some shit, that's for sure.
This house has seen a lot. This house also sees a lot. But are we all doing okay? We having fun?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Hell
For
yeah.
sure.
This is a blast.
Well, I'm glad everybody's okay. Herschel, you okay?
Oh, of course.
You
It's
didn't
always-
die.
I
You
thought
did
you were
die.
gonna die this episode.
Yeah?
I was gonna die. I thought I was gonna get captured, but I was like, well, I mean, it's not actually a bad thing. It'd be a sweet rescue mission. Sid would just like murder everybody. That's what I was thinking. I was like, it wouldn't be that bad.
I did murder 4 people today.
A record low for Sid.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't feel well when I got up. I think my tummy was still upset from like the 14 liters of blood I swallowed.
That's
Jesus.
your fault.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
Pints.
Pints. Yeah, sorry, they're pints.
I was
Pints
gonna
on
say,
pints on pints.
Jesus.
So,
Pint is
Stomach would have
about half a liter.
exploded.
oh, you know, it's 6 liters of blood. It's just, you know,
You had to recover from being on fire.
it's 1.5 gallons of blood.
Yes.
That's a lot of blood.
That's a shitload of
That's a
blood.
lot of blood.
So, that was today. And on you, Simon.
Hey! Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you to all of you who hung out in chat. Thank you for the follows, for the, well, there weren't any, but for the donations, as usual. Thank you to all of you watching on YouTube. It's always greatly appreciated to know that we have fans on the other platform. Thank you to all of our sponsors, Mage Press, Found Familiar, and our partners, Level Up Dice with the Diceomancy program. Thank you to all of you players who came to play. Thank you, Adelaide, for coming in and guesting on this game. Let's go around the table. Tell us who you are, where we can find you, and what you have going on in your internet lives. We'll do the same order we did for the intros, so we'll begin with Scott.
Hey everybody, Scott here at Berserker_Rage on Twitch and Twitter. You can find me here on Saturdays doing all this wonderful vampire stuff with these wonderful people. It was definitely a lot of fun today. It was very, very nice to finally get to game and play with Adelaide. So this was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Quentin.
Yeah, in real life, I'm Quentin. On the internet, I'm at Thragon. And then you can find me just on Saturdays here playing Herschel Acres. Slow episode for me this time, but there's probably some big things that I can get into later on, so stay tuned, internet.
Cool. Alyssa.
Yup, that's me. Good old Alyssa, or Xander Slamilton and Twitch on Twitter. I'm here on Saturdays. That's about it for right now.
Adelaide, you're next.
Yeah, I'm Adelaide Garner, Adelaide on Twitter. I have lots of games throughout the week. The next upcoming, I believe we record tomorrow. That's our podcast, Faeforge Academy, which just got over 2,000 downloads on iTunes in our first month, which is really, really, really good. And we're on the top 100 now of fantasy podcasts. Yeah. And I play an Azamar, which I'm pretty excited about, but like super fallen angel. It's very cute. She's adorable. Yeah, this was a fucking blast. I can't believe I've never played Vampire the Masquerade before. I want to play more of this. So you just invite me on anytime. I'll just come on anytime.
Well,
More
you're always
Queenie.
welcome to come
I
back.
always
More
played the
Queenie.
very like serious, surly kind of characters. Like I play a very serious type on Simon's Cyberpunk Red game, and a lot of my characters are very either like I have no social skills and I am a walking trash fire, or like I'm very grumpy and do not talk to me. This is a very new character that I don't play that often at all. So it's a lot of fun. Y'all are a blast. This is a good game. Deirdre, you're a fucking great DM.
Speaking of Deirdre, where can we find you?
Oh, hey, all, you know me. I'm at Deirdre London on Twitter, or Praxagorthesmiaphoria, as you see me hanging out in the Twitch chat. I had fun. I had fun dropping a Ravnos in the middle of this, and I am enjoying watching a Ravnos and Ventru flirt, because that is perfect, and I love all of that. That is everything in my life.
A little scandalous.
Opposites attract. That's what they
I
say.
know, you know?
Yep, that's definitely a thing. Opposites definitely attract. But as for me, you can find me Tuesday back here for some Dark Matter fun things. And then Wednesday over on Tales from the Grim for Witcher Family of Wraiths as we confront a wraith and drama and feels. There's lots of that. Then, but always check my Twitter. I post where I'm going to be. And I can't wait to see what happens next. But we will not be here next week because I am going out of town and other things are happening. But yes, unfortunately, no vampire. But that just means you can all catch up on the VODs.
Yep. And just so you know, we are going to be back. Well, you can find me on Mondays on Onyx Path for Seattle by Streetlight. We'll be back on Tuesday for the episode before the penultimate episode of Dark Matter, as the crew is attempting a coup d'etat and place the rightful heir to the throne of Lakshay back in his rightful place. You can also find us here on Thursday for our Masks campaign with all of our sweet babs trying to live their teenage lives in Toronto as things are happening all around them. Also on Wednesday, don't miss out the next episode of Strand Your House. It's a mix of a talk show and a cartomancy show where Chris Geary, in his persona of I don't remember the name, interviews and reads the fate of your OCs, of your characters. If you're interested in participating, you have something to pitch, you want to have the fate of one of your characters read, reach out to Chris Geary on Twitter, or reach out to me and I can direct you to Chris. Then on February 23rd, we have a special charity game for the charity Special Effects with in collaboration with Drive-Thru RPG, Artosorian Games, and Sirenscape. We are playing the sequel to our first charity game. This time we're going to have Kelly Butler, the Opera Geek. We're going to have B. Dave Walters. We're going to have Doug Cockle, as usual, the voice of Geralt of Rivia. And we're going to have Johnny Chiodini from... he used to work for Eurogamer. I don't remember the new company he works for. Dicebreakers, thank you. And myself. And we're going to try to gather money for Special Effects, which is a charity that gives disabled people a second chance at being able to play video games and just have a more comfortable lifestyle. On that note, thank you for coming. Have a good rest of your weekend, and we will see you on Tuesday.